Hey guys, how are you? It's me, and I'm talking for 15 minutes. So if you'd like, go ahead and click that subscribe button down there. Tell your friends. Um, I'm just having a conversation just to remind you all. It's a lot's happened this week. Um, I just came in from a walk, so I'm a little winded. So I should have waited to do this, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to keep going. Uh, where do we begin? Where do we begin? Coronavirus is still ravishing America because no one wants to do what they're supposed to do. And um, everyone's to blame. Everyone. All of us. There's no sense in pointing the fingers now anymore. Now, I know some of y'all aren't going to agree with that, but we all are in consensus that Trump fucked up. He ignored it, he downplayed it, while everyone else in the world was getting it done and preparing. We had advanced knowledge and we did nothing. Now we know why we did nothing, so I'm not going to sit here and rehash what an awful president we have and his cronies and this mob mentality that we have in Washington, because they literally think it's the Sopranos. They have fired everyone who was a career in their position, and he put in Joey Knuckles and Paulie Walnuts and Fisherman Jimmy and No Neck Shemaine, just mob figures. America is being run by mobsters. If they're not mobsters, they are just blatant idiots with no experience in what they're doing. We have a national security secretary who is organizing federal agents to be cops and to overrun cities, to mislead the American people. Now, everybody knows Portland is the city of coffee house, grunge, brunch on Sundays, uh, what do you call it? Antique stores. There, of course, Black Lives Matter to them, but if you look at the people that are protesting there, you can point out black people on two hands. But Trump has decided that this is where he will go because the protests were consistently happening every night. Now, I think they tore down some statues of some people that owned slaves, which really literally what sparked it off, because for the life of me, your president thinks that he is in the Confederate Army or a descendant of. The motherfucker's from Queens. He don't know shit about the Confederacy. All he knows is that he's race baiting the people that vote for him. They care. Now, why they still care is beyond me. But that's another whole video for another whole time. Back to Portland. They are wagging the dog. Now, if you don't know what wagging the dog is, it is creating a diversion, making a scenario, and then coming in and fake saving it to make yourself look like the hero. I think there was a movie called Wag the Dog where they put on a pretend war to make people think that it was, and then you go in and then you solve it and you fix it and you look like the hero, and then, oh my God, you're elected again. Not gonna work. Because all of the violence that's going on in Portland only started when these schmoes showed up. They tear gassed a wall of moms, people. A wall of mothers. Now, I know that doesn't surprise me, and it probably doesn't surprise you now, but this is what they've resorted to. Inciting violence to make Trump look like the law and order president. I'm going to let y'all sit on that for a couple of seconds. Law and order president. It's laughable. Straight up laughable. In fact, I'm going to laugh. Oh, God. One thing that we can be sure of is Donald Trump and Kanye West need to share a room in the loony bin together. They've taken pages out of each other's books, apparently. Donald Trump is bragging about a cognitive test that they give patients who may or may not have the beginning stages of dementia, and he thinks it's an IQ test. Now, I've obtained one of these tests. Anyone can do it, it's online. It's the cognitive memory, something, something, dementia, something, something. And it's only one page, and it tests your memory because dementia, memory and forgetfulness and, such like that. Now, I think in the beginning he realized what the test was, but then as he meant, because he's mentioning it every day, how smart he is and how he can remember people, lady, man, TV, something or other. Look, I don't need to take a cognitive test because there's nothing cognitive about me yet, if that even makes sense to you. But down at the very bottom, he says the questions get harder. Y'all, the questions are, where are you? What town are you in right now? Those are the questions that he's referring to. Donald Trump has a problem with people not going back and checking his facts. And if you notice, the entire administration does this. There's no fact checkers. There's no spell checkers. These people are running well, they're not running our country, but they're in charge of the country. And they literally spell shit wrong, say shit wrong. I mean, I hate this girl with every fiber of my being, but Kayleigh McEnany is the only one who appears to be smart enough to complete a sentence. But she's just like Sarah Huckabee Sanders and very dangerous liar. But I get it. That's the mouthpiece of the administration. You liar, liar, and your pants are on fire. I mean, he wanted that Fox News-esque type of, do I dare say it, blonde, red lipstick, whore-esque girl in front of the podium for for the View. But it kind of takes away from it when everything out of your mouth is like a shit sandwich. Mm-mm. And I hate her. I hate her. She's every time she speaks, it's like nails on the chalkboard and lying mixed in. If that makes sense to you. It's a horrible thing to hear and say. But I digress. I'm in the middle of watching TV because there's a story about the airlines on here because y'all don't seem to want to stay home and something is going on with the engines and such. So I am multitasking, but I'm still here. So I've paused the TV so I can finish up my 15 minutes because I haven't spoken since Monday, I think it is. Sunday. It was Sunday. So I want to give a shout out to Courtney. Hey, Courtney. How you doing, bruh? Courtney has become my YouTube man in my head. He's my little pep talker. He keeps me motivated when I need it. Yeah, I need motivation. He makes me feel good with his words, and I really appreciate him. I appreciate you, Courtney. I want you to know. He's doing good work, too. He's ex-military. I think you are ex-military, right? I don't want to be putting your business in the streets. But, I can't know and do everything. So I'm going to need you all to do your parts. I know I'm only in lanes. I can't be in everybody's lane. So whatever lane you have, use it for good. It's possible. We're going to need it. We're going to need all the freedom fighters we can get. Because I have a feeling this election, even though Joe Biden will win, it's going to be some tomfoolery going on, y'all, to the likes we have never seen, unless Joe Biden wins big. Now, the polls are looking like he may win big, but these polls, because, look what happened last time. But I also understand, too, that statistically, incumbent presidents, if they are not somewhere in the polls by now, then they can literally kiss it goodbye. And we can all agree that Trump has done nothing to get new people to vote for him. His base is his base. Racist, hillbilly, listen at me calling names, but it is what it is. Ignorant, racist, did I say that again? Well, it bears repeating. These kinds of people literally have shown themselves in the face of this pandemic. Now, we all kind of have. Now, come on, think about it for a second. We've got that friend during the pandemic whom you was looking at with a side eye anyway, but now you really going, what is happening here? Why am I friends with you? Now that I'm sitting back, looking at what's going on, and I've had you in my life this whole time, why did I waste my time with someone with your kind of energy? You don't listen. You're not educated. You're confrontational about nothing. And we all have friends like this. I have used this pandemic to sweep house. And I feel great about it. No, I didn't regret it later. Oh, well, maybe I was... Nope. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Now, I'm sure they're good people, but not for me. And the years I've wasted, there were good times in there, but you know what? Now that we're faced with what we're faced with, we need to start making smarter decisions about people in our lives and what they bring to you and what you bring to them. Okay? Now, my eyes are opened. I'm learning more about my history every day, and I feel different about white people every day. It's a valley. I have peaks and valleys. I mean, there are white people that are great. Now, mind you, I don't hate white people. I hate how they act, and I hate the power they know they have over certain people and how they use that power because of white privilege. That much I can say I hate about white people, but other than that, wonderful. Wonderful. When all of us use our powers for good, we can be wonderful people. But then you got that one where you just want to, let's keep it clean, Tim. Family show, let's keep it clean. But you know what I'm talking about. So today on this Free Hug Friday, I'm going to need you all to reflect on people in your lives. Because it starts with you. It starts with you. Ask yourself, why are you friends with this person? And why has it taken you so long to get rid of them? I mean, there are reasons why people are in our lives. It's a reason why we keep people around, and vice versa. You know, you have to start loving and liking yourself. Okay? Some people are around because you see the person you want to be in them. Now, if that's your reason, fine. You know, it's all good. Because remember, you should never be in control of anyone's fucking feelings. How they feel is how they feel. How you react to how they feel, well, that's on you. I have decided to stand in my truth and look it straight in the eye. I don't want you around me anymore. And this is why. Period. Peace. Love you. Tell your mom and them, hey. Now, you don't have to cut them out your life. You can say, hey, what's going on? But that negativity, this is what's keeping the pandemic around, this ignorance about politics and about not wearing a mask. All of this is relevant, and it all comes back to why we won't do what we're supposed to be doing. You see, it all came together, right? I rambled all the way to this one point. The people that are making this pandemic stick around are the ones who don't think it applies to them. And we're friends with these people. It's all of us. Tell these motherfuckers to wear a mask if they ever want this to be over with. And then after that, cancel their asses. Because if this is what they're doing in a pandemic, what about how they're living their lives after this is over? This is a game changer. This is a game changer. It certainly is for me. Now, I hope any of these stories that I've shared with you has made you realize that you may have some of this in your life and maybe you might want to clean it out. Or maybe not. It's up to you. On this Free Hug Friday. So I'm wrapping up. I got 30 seconds left to go. I want to say that I love you. And I love you for following me. And subscribe if you want. And keep sending all your stuff to Timmy Nation Inc. And it's doing fine. We're crawling before we can walk. But like I said, we're starting to do other charitable things too, because they're starting to realize they're losing their job. Okay? So keep it up. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you. And I'll see you next time.